we see the inside of what is clearly a scientific laboratory of dubious morality. The walls and floors are all metal, with wiring and electronics covering every inch of the walls. In the middle, we see a large tank filled with a light blue liquid and a human floating inside of it. The human has a rebreather mask to keep him oxygenated. Wires and tubes run up his arms, legs, neck, and midsection. Speech bubbles come from off screen as we get our first view of the Beastmaster floating in this tank, his eyes closed. Damn it, we've pumped him full of lion DNA, rhino genes, and lizard hormones. How is he still not responding to any of it? Why is he still a failure? A second set of speech bubbles responds, I'm not sure, Professor. We'll keep trying and see what we can do. Make sure what you do is succeed, or you'll be fed to the next project. Our next panel shows the back of a scientist as he leaves the laboratory through a swooping door. The subservient scientist turns back to the tank in time to see the Beastmaster's eyes snap open, with one being its previous color and the other being the unmistakable eye of a lion.
Previously in the Reclaimers, the crew met on the docks to investigate the Capellinis, where they found the crime family shipping something into the city along with Officer Salmons of the police force. When the Crow showed up, Orion broke plan to try to get involved, but only ended up getting the Crow electrocuted by Technojack. Hatchling investigated the boat with the help of this distraction, meeting the Crow's protege, Nighthawk, while they came to a tense agreement on the boat. The rest of the group did battle with the Capellinis, which ended in Jackie blasting her dad with psychic force and revealing herself to him as the Raven. How will he react to this news? Find out in Reclaimers number 4, I, Statue.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone in between, or irrespective of that binary, welcome back to Infinity City. You can call me Elliot because that's my name. I use he, him pronouns, and you can find me on Twitter at Podcaster Elliot. I am your GM, and I am joined by...
Hey, my name is Aram. I am a writer and producer. I play Orion, who is the newborn. And you can find everything I do at aramvartian.com.
I am JV. My pronouns are they, she, and I am playing Jackie Cuervo Dawes, the Raven. Also, playbook-wise, that is the Doomed. I'm on everything at RedBlaqueGolden.
Hello, my name is Jordan. My pronouns are they, she. I'll be playing Nico Tranzao, aka the Hatchling, who is under the Legacy playbook. And she uses she, they pronouns. You could find me on Twitter as Cuddlefish Tweet.
Hello, my name is Nika. I use they, he pronouns. I play Casey or Technojack, who uses they, she pronouns and is the protege playbook. And you can find me everywhere as comics art. I draw comics and stuff. Hello, my name is Technojack, and I wanted to be at this press conference to thank Architect for helping me stop the villain known as Beastmaster yesterday afternoon. As we all know, the art cars are unable to be hacked, but in allowing me access to one at our pre-coordinated time, Architect was able to provide me the assistance necessary to get to the scene of the crime in time to help mayoral candidate Isaiah Finnegan. Speaking of Mr. Finnegan, allow me to introduce you to him and the president of Architect, Taylor Good.
Isaiah and a white man who clearly is dressing to try to appear younger and trendier than he is, step up to the podium together, each shaking Technojack's hand in turn, before Taylor Good takes sort of center stage. Thank you, Technojack. It was a pleasure to work with you and help you to take down the Beastmaster. Speaking of that incident, however, Mr. Finnegan and I wanted to call this press conference today to announce a new joint project from Architect, funded in part by Mr. Finnegan. We call them GUARD, the Ground Units for Advanced Reconnaissance and Defense, and we believe they will change the very future of safety in Infinity City. Isaiah takes the microphone from Mr. Good and addresses the crowd. Yesterday was a wake-up call for me and many other people here in Infinity City. While Technojack and their team was able to save me, and I do thank them for that, I admittedly have a hard time leaving the safety of our city in the hands of teenagers, no matter how capable they may be. We can no longer ask teenagers like Casey here to shoulder the responsibility of keeping us safe while bigger name heroes gallivant around stopping the moon from being held for ransom. The city's police are able to be tampered with, corrupted, and taken advantage of. The guard units that Architect is pioneering are impervious to hacking, have no motive outside of following orders to keep you safe, and can easily be deployed en masse to keep the streets of Infinity safer than they've been in years. And with us today, I would like to allow you all to meet the first guard unit produced by Architect. As he holds his hand out to the side, a silver metallic humanoid walks in from off stage. He steps up to the microphone with a very lifelike walking animation. Aside from its smooth metallic body, you would be unable to tell that it was an AI and not a human. Hello, I am Unit Number 1 of the Guard program, but you may call me Uno.
On one hand, Technojack doesn't, they know how to keep a cool face in this sort of situations, but it's pretty clear from their eyes that they don't really appreciate like the whole we can't let teenagers keep us safe sort of deal, but also seeing this weird, really human-like robot is pretty intriguing to them. So Casey is intently watching this robot's performance.
The previous night on the docks,
We get the tight panel on Jackson's face that ended our last issue as he looks at Jackie and says, Jackie, you're the Raven? Why didn't you tell me?
When exactly would I have been able to do that? And why exactly would I have done that? Okay.
This is a big deal. I always knew you'd get powers. I didn't quite think they'd manifest that way, but congratulations. And he is going to come up and attempt to hug Jackie.
Jackie is going to take a step back and say, these powers aren't from you, though, at all, actually. These are from somewhere completely different. Can't really tell you where. They are from somewhere completely different.
He seems very taken aback by the fact that Jackie stepped away from him and then just says, what do you mean? Did you see a scientist or somebody and get powers implanted?
Not
What are you
exactly.
talking about?
Not exactly. It would see. This is part of why I couldn't tell you because if I told you, then I would have to answer all these questions, and I don't even know the answer to some of these questions at the moment. I can't. I can't answer your questions about this. However, regardless, even if I hadn't had powers, there, I you still could have trained me.
You didn't have any kind of abilities. I wouldn't want you to get hurt or have something happen to you. Jacqueline, you're still my little girl. I can't have you getting hurt, Jackie. That's no, you're my daughter and I can't no, that's just but that doesn't matter. You've got these powers and even if you won't tell me where they come from, that's still we can work together.
Oh, better late than never.
Orion has already fully checked out. Unless there's something immediate to grab his attention, he's just swaying back and forth, but there's not a thought going on behind those eyes.
Technojack is just watching. They want to go and apologize for accidentally shooting Mr. Crow with lightning bolts, but also this doesn't seem like the time to do that.
As Hatchling and Nighthawk are making their way off of the ship that Nighthawk plans on detonating, she actually looks over at Hatchling and says, "Name's Nighthawk, by the way."
Oh, hi, Hatchling. Nico. Either way works. You can call me Nico. Friends call me Nico. Yeah, so I guess we just blew that up. That just blew up.
Not yet. And then she presses the button in her hand, and yeah, the ship like explodes behind the two of them.
Ah, hopefully there wasn't anything important in there.
You got the vials out, so
It's true. And then she's like holding it close to her body as if it's like a teddy bear.
I guess I should go check in with the crow. Have you met him before? You want to come say hi or
Yeah, I've heard of him, but I haven't met him. The crow? Oh no,
big
my
guy
team. Okay.
gadgets flies around Crusader of the
Yeah,
Night that
okay,
whole thing.
yeah. I've definitely heard of him. Hopefully my team is leaving a good impression.
Jackie's arms are crossed, and she's looking annoyed, but also feeling guilty about being annoyed. But she has gotten quiet, and her arms are crossed, not meeting anybody's gaze at this point.
Nighthawk sees the crow is I think there's little smoke lines coming off of him. He's still holding his ribs. He's very obviously been hurt. Nighthawk runs up and she's just like, "Crow, sir, are you good? Are you okay?" And he forces a laugh to laugh it off and just says, "Yeah, I'm good, Nighthawk. Just a little bit of a misunderstanding. It's all good. Have you met my daughter Jackie?" And Nighthawk turns to look at Jackie and just says, "Hi, are you with them?"
Yeah, I am. And I guess you're Nighthawk.
Nico just like
Cool.
catches up to them. Yeah, she's his sidekick.
I prefer to think of it as a hero in training. Sidekick's a demeaning term.
Right. Protege? Is that a good term?
Yeah, protege's good.
Alright. She's still like visibly hugging this like big vial of weird liquid.
She turns towards Jackie and just says, "I'm sorry, I didn't know that he had a daughter."
Ha! Okay, I think I'm gonna go. And Jackie is going to do the very hollow laugh and just sort of leave. Not really walking in any particular actual direction, but just leaving. That's pretty much it.
We get one more panel of the group that Jackie leaves behind, and Night goes, "Was it something I said?"
Orion goes running after her because Orion's, I got to pick up like a bunch of meat for the lion. So knows that she's going to walk past the market and just figures I'm going to walk, like not picking up on anything. But it's, oh, look, I got a friend to walk with. So runs up and starts walking with you. Hey.
Nico has this sigh and face of relief when Orion goes out to see Jackie, because normally Nico tries to go after anybody who is exhausted or in distress, but she
Yeah.
wants to spend time to catch up with the team and also, like, see if she can actually talk to Nighthawk about anything.
I got it.
Like, thanks. Thanks,
Yeah.
Orion. Best of us.
Yeah, be good. Like, listen, like, rest and don't tell anyone about the lion. And he winks.
We get a panel of Jackson looking over at Hatchling and Technojack, and he just goes, "Lion?"
Not to brag, but we tamed a lion. We're a pretty good team.
At a nearby bodega,
I've like drug us into a bodega. It's the only thing open right now. And I've bought like every single individual packet of ground beef. I've got like 12 of them stacked up, trying to put them in little plastic bags. She's really hungry.
Oh,
I don't even know if this is
Okay.
going to be enough.
I feel like it will be, or at least
Maybe
I
for a
hope
while.
it will be.
You know, like on a farm where you can buy a whole cow? We may have to do that.
We might
Anyways,
need
like,
to.
so what was all that going on? There was like a lot of people talking and everything got really serious. And then there was like this bird. And when I look back, it was all over.
That was my dad.
Oh, that
Mhm.
was your dad. All right. That makes more sense now.
Yeah, and the thing about our family that
Mhm.
we've been heroes for a while, like a really long while, and I was worried for a little bit because my powers hadn't arrived yet. And then then found that weird book or whatever, and now here I
Yeah.
am with all of this power, way more
What's it
than
like? What's it like having a dad, a family, or like parents that you remember? What's it like having, I don't know, like a time before?
oh, you know what I you know what?
And he's not sad. He's got like these big old eyes, right? And he's really curious. He's not saying it like he's missing something. He's saying it more like he's
Mm.
trying to understand, right? There's a little bit of sadness hearing it. Anyone hearing those words would feel a little bit sad, but he
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
appear sad. It's not coming from a place of loss for him. It's just coming out of curiosity.
Rather than Becky saying something directly, I think she's just gonna hug Orion real tight. Like, just really very tight.
Ryan
And
has no clue why this is happening, has no idea what triggered this whatsoever, so he's, like, startled for a moment, but then he's just really happy to hug a friend, so he just returns the hug.
it does feel shitty to have my dad choose someone who wasn't me to be, I guess, like the next in line or whatever, particularly because I don't like have any siblings or anything. It's, but I guess like it's, it could be worse. Thanks for
Yeah.
reminding me that it, that I at least, that there are still things that I can be happy about, even in the moments where things might seem hard and a little bit dark.
Like, as soon as he gets hugged, he's very happy to return the hug. He also there's something about holding hands. Like, everyone on the island used to hold hands, so there's just something
Mhm.
instinctual where he will always grab someone's hand whenever he's walking with them. He just doesn't
Oh,
really think about it. He just, like, reaches out and holds your hand.
back at the docks,
We cut to Jackson as he says, "So you, along with my daughter, who's apparently a hero now, tamed a lion?"
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the villain around the city, the Beastmaster. He ended up trying to sick a lion on us, but that's just what we do as the Reclaimers. When we're given a threat, we see if we can turn it around for good. So, we got a lion. Once was an evil lion, now is a very friendly lion. That's what we do.
Yeah,
Oh
turns
my
out.
god, I'm going to need some aspirin and a beer.
I can get you those.
I've got 'em at my house, I just need to
Oh,
get back
yeah,
there, but I
absolutely.
appreciate that.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Crow.
Yeah, Mr. Crow, hi. Sorry about that lightning bolt. I'm going to work on my aim. Hi.
He shot me, it's fine.
I'm sorry. Hi. Hi,
It's part of the
Techno
job.
Jack. I'm Wireframe's protege. Hi.
I
I
can't do
think
this.
Nighthawk looks at Technojack and like finger guns and says, "Hey, protege club."
Hey, nice. Techno Jack gives her finger guns back. Pew pew. But no lightning.
And she just says, "Okay, so we are definitely gonna have to team up later. Like the three of us and probably the others too. Jackie may hate me now, but I want to get in contact with y'all. Can I get your numbers?"
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. Yeah, you'll see that her phone has already been prepped. She's been waiting for her to ask, so it's like already there.
We get the panel of the three of you exchanging numbers. Nighthawk and the Crow go off.
I think Nico's just gonna look over and just sigh. You shot him?
It was an accident. I need to work on my aim, but he
Ah.
seems fine.
Yeah, I'm glad he was chill with it, but I'm trying to make an impression here.
I know I am too, but wait, who are you trying to make an impression on?
Just, he's a big hero.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah.
And it was just that Nighthawk ended up saying that, like, she saw us on TV and, I don't know, thought we were just, like, a rowdy, kind of not the best bunch, and I think others might just think that we're a shitty team, but I don't know, I want everybody else to see, like, you guys as awesome as I see you guys.
Yeah, we still have a whole lot of time to redeem ourselves in the eyes of the public.
You have your press thing tomorrow.
Yeah! Oh, I was thinking, I'm wearing my hero outfit, but with a bow tie.
I love it.
Yeah.
I need to get some accessories. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm actually pretty nervous about the whole press conference thing. I mean, like, I think there's going to be a whole lot of really important people there, and I haven't actually done anything like that before, but I'm going to try my best to make all of you guys proud.
You shot somebody tonight and you gave finger guns back. I think you can do anything.
Yeah.
At the press conference,
There's just a giant metal ball that has been brought out that Uno is lifting with ease.
Nico would try to like squirm towards the front. It wasn't the easiest to get there, but she knows she can get bigger whenever she needs to. So there are times when she'll like just grow by an extra foot to shove her way through and then finally shrink back down to normal size when like finally reaching the front.
People move slightly out of the way to make room for Nico at the front as she shoves through.
She feels like she's like partially responsible for this in some way just because wasn't good enough to like make everything good or like safe in the first place. This shouldn't be a thing. She feels like she should just be able to live her life and keep doing the things the way that she has been doing, just better. And this is very unnecessary.
Ryan
Confidently-
doesn't understand what a robot is. Okay, flat out has no understanding of what
Perfect.
this is. As far as Orion is concerned, someone cast a spell on a statue. That's what he's looking at here, and he just nods and just goes on. Doesn't ask any questions, just accepts it. It's for the city. I'm sure it's fine.
That's logic. Oh boy. Jackie would not have missed this press conference for the world. However, Jackie is absolutely wearing pink sunglasses and the lightest color that she owns, which is blue. It is a light blue. And it is also weirdly seems like slightly out of season. Like it's a winter jacket. Like I just say a blue winter jacket. She's coming what can only be described as like really bad trying to not be noticed by the paparazzi type outfit, but he's still there. And also the sunglasses are cat eye shaped. They're pink cat eye sunglasses.
And Isaiah Finnegan wraps up the press conference and just says, "And remember, a vote for me this Friday in our mayoral election is a vote to protect the streets of Infinity City, along with Architect and these guard robots. Thank you."
as soon as TechnoJack sees their friends in the crowd and the press conference ends, they're going to seek out their friends.
Ah,
Ah,
you did it!
I did
You did it.
Ah,
You did it! Ooh,
That
well
was a thing.
done.
I didn't die on the stage, so that's a
That's-
plus.
That's honestly the best a lot of us can hope for. You did great.
No, I
How-
think you're good. I'm just pissed that I ended up saving the guy who wants to cancel us. Just replace us by
Yeah.
bots.
I mean, the robot was really cool, but also I
No.
don't like it that they made it.
Don't call it cool, please.
I don't really cool.
Orion comes pounding over. Man, those things were cool.
I know.
Oh, they're so cool. And they're super strong. That magic must be powerful. Anyway, they must be perfectly safe though. Otherwise they wouldn't be just like walking around. We can just relax tonight. Everything's clearly fine.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
It's totally fine, guys.
Yeah, there's
Nothing
magic
wrong
statues.
here.
No, look, magic always works. Why it's magic.
How does one learn magic?
So from what I heard,
Carefully.
you either have to find, so I've been reading about this, right? There's a whole bunch of books and they're just available at the library. So you have to find like magical furniture and you step
Okay.
into it and then you're somewhere else. Or sometimes in an attic, there's like an old book or a wand or maybe a ring. Usually it's old stuff and that stuff is magic. So what I do is I go to all these like little estate sales and yard sales and I look for magical rings and sometimes I buy them, but none of them have been magic yet. And he like reaches into his pocket. He's got like 6 shitty rings. See, they're nice, but they're not magic.
Hey,
Okay,
Orion,
yeah.
can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
I actually found one of those magic closets at my home. I went inside, and when I came back, I liked girls.
What?
I'm so
I haven't
happy
found
for
that
you.
closet yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, I must have found a different one because I only like boys. I like girls. I think girls are great and everything, but I don't want to kiss them. Like I only want to kiss the boys. So I must
Yeah.
have found, I guess, maybe a trunk or a shed. Maybe there's a shed of boy kissing. Maybe that's what I found.
A
Maybe.
shed of
Yeah.
boys.
Y'all are so
Shed of boy
picky.
kissing. Yeah.
Shed of boys.
Yeah, like that country romance thing. You go to the shed and you lay on the straw, and then the boy comes in and, oh, Mr. Boy,
That sounds
come to this,
romantic.
come to the straw with me, Mr. Boy. I am
Yeah.
here. Kiss me
Well, that's
on the
nice.
straw.
As Casey is saying this, the rest of the team sees Wireframe walking up behind them. And he just places a hand on Casey's shoulder and says, Casey, good job up there, kid, but might want to watch what you're talking about in public if you're going to be at many more events like this.
Hi, hi, thanks. No, I was just, it's a plot for a new movie. Hey, guys, this is my mentor, Wireframe, or, no, you don't want them to know your real name, right? It's Wireframe.
It's cool, kid. I've been out of the hero closet for a while now.
So
Yeah.
many grown-ups.
Orion likes most people, but Orion does not like this guy. Just instinctively does not like this guy, doesn't like how he's talking to you, doesn't like the little condescending hand on your shoulder, just doesn't like this guy.
Hi there, Mr. Wireframe.
He looks at you and just says, it's cool, kid. You can call me Maxwell or Max if you want.
Okay,
And no, that feels weird. Let's go with Maxwell.
Max? Okay, Maxwell. Okay. She's still at that point of like still not used to calling other adults by their first name.
He looks at the group of you and says, nice of you to make it out to this and support Techno Jack here. Pizza back at the place if y'all want to come join us. Your call. I don't know if y'all have like important hero stuff you've got to go do or what your plans are for the day, but
I'll come
I
for
was
pizza.
gonna hide in the library.
I think
I
there's
just gotta
always
feed a
two.
Sounds
cat.
better.
Yeah,
Time for
pizza.
pizza. Like Maxwell's place is so cool. He has so many cool gadgets and robot arms and whatever there. You guys gotta see it.
He has statue arms?
No, robot arms.
He just kind of shakes his head. He's like, statue robot. I know it's the same thing. We got different words. English is weird that way. But why does he just have the arms?
Because he doesn't need the whole thing.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, I'm gonna go. I want to go see the weird arms.
We transition to a full page panel.
Jackie has 3 ornithology books just open on the table. One of them has a napkin and a slice of pizza on the napkin, but both are like on an open page from the book. One of the books, if you look real closely, you can see that it is open onto a page that says, "The Blue-Footed Booby and You."
Nico is pretty shy and not the most like comfortable being in somebody else's house, and she feels like she needs to be like on edge and in her best behavior. So she just has 2 slices of pizza on a paper plate and is just sitting down on a couch listening to others, so just like scrolling on her phone.
Orion is already scoping out nice views and making TikToks. Lots of like 2 fingers up, tongue out, smiling, lots of dancing, that kind of thing.
Casey is carrying around a couple of slices of pizza and just like hovering from one person to another, trying to talk with everybody and make sure everybody is having a good time, her friends and wireframe. Like going from one short conversation to another.
As Jackie is sitting there reading about the blue-footed booby and you, she gets a text on her phone from her dad, who I'm going to assume you didn't converse with the night before.
Nope. Rather than actually going home that night, she went to the library and may have broken into the library and slept in the library. Why? Because being home felt like not a good time. But sleeping in the library did feel like a good idea.
Jackie has a couple of messages unread from her father, and the newest one just says, "You okay? Please just check in."
Jackie is going to send back a text that is, she's going to try to send the raven emoji, but instead is going to send the cardinal emoji instead, and would correct it, but it's like, whatever, that'll do perfectly fine. And that's the check-in.
Maxwell looks at the group at large and just says, "So what are your all's plans now? If Finnegan wins, y'all are... Well, I guess you're not really out of a job. You don't really have jobs, but kind of takes away a lot of what you got going on, doesn't it?"
Yeah, that's not.
I'm not gonna let him stop me. And I know that there are other people like us too who are not gonna be happy about it, so I'm sure that they'd be willing to talk to him or stop this or just do it anyway. It's not just affecting us, it's gonna affect a lot of other people too, you know?
Besides, it's not like technology never goes wrong, like, ever.
Yeah, on the other hand, I really wish that robot's going to do well because it seems so cool, but on the other hand, I'm just waiting for them to go haywire and us having to just take care of it. But hey, at least we know that architect technology can actually be hacked.
Also, like,
Mm.
unhackable? What does that even mean? If you were to try to, like, it was Uno, right? Like, Casey, if you're trying to use your ability and any of your tech over on Uno, would it do anything? Is it, like, really unhackable? Or is this... They said that their cars are unhackable too.
So I think I'm going to be able to just hack that guy.
Okay.
You really
so I know I...
shouldn't. Look, you like it means you can't cut him with a sword, but you shouldn't just try. If a statue's good, you can't cut it with a sword, but we can't just walk up to the statue and hit it with a sword to find out.
Hey, only if the
Yeah.
statue does anything bad, okay? Don't worry about it.
I'm just saying we should like the statues seem pretty good. I understand that maybe we can't compete with statues because it's really hard to stand that still, but
I
otherwise I
can.
don't think it's a problem.
My granddad had a saying, you can hack into anything at least once if you're brave enough.
What?
Okay, there's a lot going on in this living room that I can't condone, but also,
Ryan's literally got his shirt off and is posing at the window just as he's delivering that line.
Orion!
What? Oh, sorry.
okay, shirt back on, first off. Second off, I feel like we need a movie night. Kid, have you ever seen iRobot?
Nico is just going to send a text over at Nighthawk, or just checking up on her. Hey, have you noticed that whole thing about that Uno bullshit?
She gets a text back that just says, yeah, that's not looking great.
So, what's the deal? We just dealing with it?
The first text that Nico gets is just like 3 eye emojis, and then a follow-up text says, you got a plan?
Absolutely not. Just, I don't know. I just don't like this, and I don't really know what to do. A lot of thoughts, not a lot of good words.
The response is, we could ... follow-up text ... break into architect ?
If you're down, I'm down.
The whole team, or do you want to do this solo?
We'll take a quick peek. I don't actually know how hard that's going to be, so let's recon.
Tonight, 12:30?
Fantastic.
One iRobot later.
After this movie, Orion is freaked out about robots, like completely freaked out. Everything he thought about robots and statues has been completely turned on its head, and he is just very worried now about every single statue he comes across.
Jackie and Orion are going to the corner to see this one statue that looks weirdly short by comparison to any other statue in the city.
Mhm.
So they approach the statue,
Mm-hmm.
and
I don't know, Jackie. I think it might be like he's just like squinting at it. Well, how do we even know? Like, how do you know?
wow. So Jackie flips a little coin into the donation bucket and winks at the statue. And the statue winks back and waves.
Oh shit! Oh, they're like payphones.
The statue looks very confused.
I don't think the statue speaks English. Hey, how did you become a robot?
The statue man puts his head in his hands and shakes his head.
How did you become a robot? And he like reaches into his pocket and pulls out a $20 bill and he shoves it in the cup. I am a person. Then he stops because he doesn't actually know what he is. And he's, oh wait, what if I'm a robot? Oh man, that would explain so much. Oh, it's why I can't remember anything. Oh, what if I just have these vague memories that were programmed into me? What if I'm a robot? He's like completely flipping out at this point. And then all of a sudden he stops as he hears this memory of a song that always plays in his head. He doesn't fully understand where it's from, but it's something his mother used to play on a dudek, which is this very kind of mournful wooden flute. And he would just hear that kind of play in the back of his head, and he would close his eyes, and he would feel so very sad and alone because he's remembering something that's been taken from him, but not really remembering it. And so he's able to get out of this fear and remember who he is, but it costs him. He's going to be sad for a while.
So Jackie, upon seeing her friend going through it after this prank, first of all, she feels even more guilty than she did a little bit ago. Oh boy, this went way more south than she was expecting. So she is going to gonna give Orion a hug again, because of course,
Yeah.
but gonna say, hey, it's fine. It's just a person dressed up as a statue. It's nothing too big, nothing too out there.
What if I'm just a person dressed up like a statue?
You, you're, you're an
He just kind of
actual
leans in.
person.
His little like 5'6" self just leans in and puts his head against your chest. Well, it
Mhm.
could be though. I don't know. It could be a robot. It could be a statue. It could be anything.
We
No
might
one
all
really
be
knows.
robots. We might all be statues, but you know what? That's not a bad thing or a problem.
I guess.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether we are made of meat products that ham in your pocket. Either way,
But you
you
like
do
kind of
know you smell
confused but
like
nods.
ham.
But like I figure like I want to get a couple different kinds of meats because I don't know. Like maybe she likes hamburger, but maybe she likes a honey baked ham.
You're totally right.
And she doesn't
Totally
like a
right.
honey baked ham. Like we could eat the ham because who doesn't like ham?
Mm,
Yeah. But
that's
anyways, like if I'm a
that's true.
robot, the way that I figure is that I suppose it's okay because I feel okay, and that means I feel okay as a robot. I just wish I knew if I was a robot or whatever, or just I guess anything about myself, really.
We could do some research or something.
What do you mean? I asked at the
I
library. I went down there and I was like, "Hey, do you know who I am?" And they weren't very receptive.
That's a fair point.
They kept asking me if I wanted to get a card, but I didn't understand how that would help.
You didn't have me helping guide you in the library. Oh,
Okay,
excuse me. I
because they
hit
get
the desk.
really mad if you try and take the books.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Let's head on over to the library.
I can't. They have my picture up now. I'm not allowed to go in there.
They won't notice. Slash, I have the perfect wig for this.
All right. He just nods, goes along with it.
At the Everett house,
Casey had spent all of their energy getting ready for this press conference, so after that's done, she's just going to go home and sleep. She's so tired.
As Casey walks in, their dad is sitting. I imagine their dad just like sitting in front of the TV watching a football game or something. And he looks over and says, "Hey, kiddo, everything go all right out there?"
Yeah,
Yeah, what did you already said it was an important thing, but I don't, like, is that something you want to talk about, or you good? We
yeah,
good?
it was a press conference thing. I hacked a car I wasn't supposed to be able to hack, and then I had to like publicly state that the company was on on it, and then there was a robot. But yeah, it's all good.
I really don't understand super stuff, but you're okay. I don't need to like, don't need to do like dad stuff or
No, it went well, and I am okay, and I hung out with my friends, and I had pizza, and I am so tired. But it's okay. Thanks, Dad.
all right, kid. Get some rest, and I'll make pancakes in the morning.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks. You're the best.
Perfect. Night, kid.
Good night. Enjoy your game, Dad.